The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to an all-new episode of the Totally Necessary Wrestling Podcast. I'm your fucking host, Kevin Porter, back from a fucking wild weekend. We are back in Yakima, dude. We left Saturday. We went to the zoo in Tacoma, Washington. Shout out Point Defiance. The kids really enjoyed it. We got to see tigers and a polar bear and a sea otter and a walrus and, dude, sea lions. I don't fucking know, dude. Saw an aquarium, went to the aquarium. I don't know, dude. It was pretty fucking fun, man. It was like, you don't go to zoos every day, but when you do go to a zoo, you definitely appreciate it, dude. So, kind of a bitch getting in there, dude. They had this like thing, like Taste of Tacoma going on, like right around there down on the pier. Right next to where Point Defiance is. And, yeah, it was kind of a pain in the fucking ass getting there. But getting there once we got there, we parked, and it was fucking sweet as shit. We spent like 4 or 5 hours at the fucking zoo. We ended up traveling into Olympia, Washington, which is about 20 minutes away or 25 minutes away or whatever. From Tacoma. We ended up staying there. We were trying to fucking get together with my little brother, but he decided he had other shit going on. So we ended up posting up at this little restaurant, dude, like the Rabbit Restaurant. I forget the name of it, but I'd like to shout out, the Rabbit Restaurant. I think that's what the name was, dude. I totally fucking forget, but it was like we found it on Google, and like I don't know, it was the very first fucking restaurant that popped up when we were driving there, and just goes, oh, cool, let's go there. And I'm like, are you really? That's like the first restaurant I named off, and you're just gonna pick it? We ended up going there, dude. It was really fucking good. It was totally fucking worth it. And then we got an Airbnb for the night, so we were able to stay in a residential area of Olympia, and in a nice little basement apartment, dude. It was a nice change of pace instead of having to stay in a hotel. It's nice doing Airbnb, so I'm definitely open to doing more Airbnbs down the line, if given the chance there. But nonetheless, dude, the main event, why you're here, we went to Stomping Grounds earlier this evening, dude. Again, we just drove the 2.5 hours home from Tacoma, straight from the event. We stopped in North Bend to get some taco time. Pretty good, man. We saw a father and son. The father was rocking a Kurt Angle shirt. The son was rocking a Rey Mysterio shirt, and I'm over here wearing my Young Buck shirt. So I can safely say I got into the event. I was not kicked out for wearing my Young Buck shirt. Fucking shout out to everybody who gave me the too sweet all fucking night. That was pretty fucking fun, dude. I was like, fuck, man, I need to go to, I don't know, man. Just like, everybody's like, hey, too sweet. It's like, fuck yeah, dude. These are my people. Like, I don't know. I love wrestling crowds, and a WWE crowd is definitely different compared to like going to like an independent show or anything of that. Definitely a little bit more family orientated. But nonetheless, though, I mean, it's still a fun crowd. We got to the venue at about 2:00 today. Doors open. Well, we got there at like 1:30. Doors opened at 2. The pre-show was on at 3. So we got, I don't know, it probably took us maybe like 30, 40 minutes in line. Really wasn't that bad. It seemed like they were pretty fucking well organized for the most part. So, once we got through security and shit, we were able to get in, scanned in. And I definitely gotta say, man, for the first time being at a live WWF, pay-per-view in 10 years, it's pretty cool. It's like that first moment when you walk into the arena and you see the setup, and like I saw, Jameson, Jory, they got pretty excited once, we got into the arena and, they saw the Stomping Ground setup that we all saw on TV this evening. Well, you saw on TV, I saw in person. So we went and found our seats. We were up in like section 203 on the hard cam. I don't know if you could tell, but like, there was the whole rumor that, they were selling very low amount. They were having a hard time selling out the event. Stomping Ground event tonight, and yeah, they definitely fucking were. Like, the whole back end where the hard cameras are on the non-hard camera side was completely tarped off, dude. Like half the arena basically was tarped off. So I mean, I guess that kind of tells you everything right then and there, dude. That there was that whole section was tarped off, and then the top end, I guess, which would be the south side of the building, was tarped off too. But we sat up in like section 215, which is basically right up. If you're facing on the hard cam, we would have been on the right hand side. Or if you're facing, the way of the hard cam, we were like on that far right hand side up in that corner, which we were like right near the, the bottom of that. It's not like we were all the way up at the top and the complete nosebleeds. But nonetheless, dude, like I gotta say for the Tacoma Dome, dude, not really a bad, spot in that whole entire arena, dude. Like we saw everything from where we were, dude. Like we could have probably, roamed around and probably got better seats, walking up and down the aisles there, but we fucking stuck it out there, dude. And like I said, man, it was really good views from where we could see, dude. So like, getting in there, merch stand was a fucking mess. All the concession stands was just we ended up getting food pretty quickly. We ended up we didn't do anything too crazy, dude. We just got a little bit of popcorn and some soda. Jessica came back because she went to go get food, and she came back and she's like, "Oh, I got you the commemorative cup." I'm like, "You didn't have to do that." I was like, I don't really care too much about the commemorative cup, but by the end of the night, it was the only souvenir I walked away with, so I was pretty content with just having that one cup. Because once I was able to, in the middle of the show, I went up finally. I was like, "Oh, I'll go check out the merch stand." It was right after, the Roman Reigns Drew McIntyre match. And I just went and, checked it out. And, for one, there's really not any shirts that they have released right now that are like a must buy. It's not like the classic, CM Punk or Daniel Bryan shirt back in the day. Like, there's nothing really out there that's like really worth spending your money on. And top that off, they want $35 for a fucking t-shirt now, dude. Who the fuck is paying $35 for a fucking t-shirt, dude? That is ridiculous. So right then and there, I was like, nope, not getting a t-shirt. Don't even care how nice these shirts are. Like, no, we're not dropping $35 on a fucking t-shirt, dude. So, like I said, by the end of the night, I walked out with the commemorative cup, and that's pretty satisfying in my book. So we sat, we pretty much just went to our seats, dude. We just chilled in our seats up until the show started. I got pretty stoned beforehand, dude. Edibles are a fucking great thing, dude. I gotta say, man. Edibles fucking get you high as shit. So it was really fun just sitting there and kind of like we were on the top end and stuff. And when we first sat down, like I kind of have a fear of heights and stuff. So there at probably for the first I don't know, hour sitting up there, I was like, oh, good. But then you kind of get used to it and you're like, all right, nothing's gonna happen, we're good up here. We it was pretty cool seeing the kickoff show. I mean, it was cool because we were able to bring it up on your phone and watch along with it, but I didn't want to waste my battery and everything, so it's not like we did it for for that long. But we saw Jonathan Coachman come out. Booker T was there, dude. That was pretty fucking badass. I could see David Otunga. New Day had come out prior to them even going live, I think, and they were out there just standing there. Xavier Woods and Big E were just standing out in the crowd taking pictures and shit. And then we saw No Way Jose out in the crowd as well. He was on our side of wearing a Russell Wilson jersey, so I was just like, okay, cool, man. Well, if No Way Jose is a fan of the Seahawks, count me in as a fan of No Way Jose. Then I think that's it's pretty appropriate. It's pretty appropriate. So. Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool though, seeing that shit. So, we kicked off, with the pre-show. Once we finally, got to see, cause it's just cool. Cause you see everybody just moving around, walking around, doing their thing that they do in the WWE, man. So it's it's cool. It was really cool to just sit there and see the whole pre-show play out from a spectator's view. Obviously they kicked off the pre-show. Well, they ended the pre-show. We saw the triple threat match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship, which we saw Tony Nese defending his championship against Akira Tozawa and Drew Gulak. This match went 11 minutes and 20 seconds, dude. Honestly, I want to say like match rate, like work rate in the night. I don't know, man. Like I'm a little tired right now. It's 11:30 at night when I'm recording this, but work wise, this was a really good match, dude, and the crowd was really into it. I was reading on one of the dirt sheet websites. One of the guys out there gave it like a 4 fucking star review. I don't know. I would definitely count it as like a 3 to 4 star match. Sure, 100%, dude. Like 3.5 to 4 star. It was really good, and Drew Gulak ultimately picked up the win as your new WWE Cruiserweight Champion. So congratulations to Drew Gulak. It seemed like he got once he won the title, the crowd reacted pretty, nicely and was like, congratulating him with nice applauses after he won that match. So they didn't do a countdown or anything. There was no like going on live, going on air. They just kind of did. It was kind of like basically watching at home. They run the warning ad for being a pay-per-view and don't illegally download it or stream it. And then they run the same WWE opening we always see. Then we saw the intro video, the hype video, if you want to call it that. And then boom, we're live on fucking pay-per-view. It's Stomping Ground, motherfucker. And then Becky Lynch obviously kicked off the show. She came out. The crowd was like, from a live crowd perspective, like she was fucking really fucking over tonight, dude. Obviously by the ending, with what we saw, but like she came out to a huge fucking reaction. I don't think the match was that great. Jessica liked both the women's matches the most, she said. I thought, again, the match wasn't that great, but at the same time, I did enjoy it. Like I enjoyed every single match on this card. Like again, I don't think it was the best match of the night or anything, but Becky Lynch was able to retain her WWE Raw Women's Championship in 11 minutes and 30 seconds. I guess, right chick to win. Lacey Evans, I guess, just, she's still got a lot of growing to do, dude. She's still got a lot of, growing, I guess. She's got to get better in the ring. She got to get better she is good on the mic. I don't want to take that away from her. She is good on the mic. But again, that is not the last we would see of both of these women. We moved on to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I popped fucking hard when Sami Zayn came out. I fucking sang his music like Kevin Owens came out. I fucking popped just as hard. New Day comes out. Dude, I swear out of one section I heard a New Day. This is like kind of like later on in the match, but I heard a New Day sucks chant. New Day sucks. New Day sucks. No, wait, no, it wasn't New Day. Okay, that was later in the evening. That was fucking Ricochet. Wait, was it? I think it was New Day. I don't know, dude. Again, like, I'm fucking tired, dude. I slept like shit kind of at the Aaron BB last night. I kind of kept waking up throughout the night. So I've basically been up since like 8 o'clock this fucking morning. And luckily, I took the time and I took some vacation time so I don't have to go to fucking work butt-ass fucking early. So I actually get to sleep in a little bit tomorrow morning. So that's actually nice. That is a nice thing right there. But ultimately, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn do pick up the win here, which I did kind of find surprising. So I thought it was a little surprising that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn went over. But again, I was totally hot for them, dude. Like, it was awesome as fuck seeing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which I don't think I've ever seen either one of them in person. So that was pretty fucking cool, being the first time getting to see them. And same with the New Day. I don't think I've seen Big E and Xavier Woods out as the New Day before. Our next match was a singles match for the WWE United States Championship. Samoa Joe defending against Ricochet. Damn, dude. My kid is like completely into Ricochet and Johnny Gargano. Like Jameson is like completely into fucking Ricochet. So it's cool as fuck to see his face when, because I told him earlier this week, I was like, oh yeah, so Ricochet is going to be there. And he's like, oh shit, Ricochet is going to be there? What? And to see his face tonight when Ricochet came out, it was like, oh, just that fucking, that look, just like, oh man, really? So it's like, we saw, it was a really good match. I thought, again, for it being a WWE match, I didn't, it definitely wasn't sandbagged the way I thought it could have been. I think they all got their spots in, and it was a really good match. Surprisingly, Ricochet is your new WWE United States Champion. He wins it in 12 minutes and 25 seconds. I think that was like kind of the shocker of the night, in my opinion, was Ricochet actually defeating Samoa Joe cleanly, and like, it was funny on the ride home tonight, I asked Jameson, I'm like, what was your favorite part? And he's like, oh yeah, fucking Ricochet. And I'm like, oh dude, I didn't think he was gonna win. And he's like, no, I knew the whole time he was gonna win. I had faith the whole time. I'm like, I guess kudos to you. I gave him that. I was like, yeah, you're right. You did totally have faith that Ricochet was gonna win. You had no doubt in your mind, and I'm glad. My kid was able to be there, for Ricochet's first championship win. It was cool, seeing him come through the gorilla area there and seeing, Triple H give him the hug and stuff. And like it's cool shit to see that shit again from the arena's perspective, because like we see the replays on the big screen, but that's it, dude. Like, they don't show the actual, what's in the ring on the big screen or anything, unless it's a backstage segment as well. I know. At one point we saw Paul Heyman on a backstage thing coming out of Baron Corbin's, which, when Brock Lesnar got booed like a motherfucker inside the live arena. I don't know if you heard it. I'm pretty sure you probably heard it on the live cast, but he got booed like a motherfucker inside the arena, which, deservedly so, dude. Brock Lesnar's a fucking son of a bitch. The next match, dude, to me was like my segment of the night, dude. My match of the night was Daniel Bryan and Rowan defending their WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Heavy Machinery, Otis Tucker. This match went 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Ultimately, Daniel Bryan and Rowan pick up the win. Damn, dude, Daniel Bryan in Washington State is a face, true and true. And be able to experience, seeing an actual, live TV performance from Daniel Bryan in Washington State. I've seen him at house shows, and don't get me wrong, like, he's always over, but it's nothing like seeing him live at a TV taping, dude. Because, like, Yakima's nice, but, dude, again, it's like WWE crowds are way different compared to, like, an independent show crowd or whatever. And even that, dude, Yakima house show crowd is completely different compared to a live pay-per-view crowd in Tacoma. Like, completely not the same. With that being said, Daniel Bryan was just completely over, dude. And I was fucking screaming. I was yesing the whole entire time. Booing the shit every time Heavy Machinery. I don't know how it sounded on TV, but man, I booed the shit out of Heavy Machinery, dude. Anytime they got any sort of offense, dude, boos. I rained boos down on him, dude. So, dude, to me, man, Daniel Bryan killed it, dude. He came out and stole the show, in my opinion, dude. So, my total segment of the night, dude, was Daniel Bryan and Rowan, again, defeating Heavy Machinery. Which, it's crazy. It's crazy, right? That's to me, is the match of the night. The next match we saw was Alexa Bliss challenging for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship against Bayley. I think this was a better match than Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans by far. The crowd didn't really seem too much into it because I think we were just coming off, the whole Daniel Bryan, segment with everybody just up in arms for Daniel Bryan, dude. That being said, but Bayley and Alexa Bliss brought their fucking working shows to Tacoma tonight, dude. I really enjoyed this match. And I'm glad Bayley defeated, Alexa Bliss. It seemed like Bayley was kind of getting booed there by part of the crowd, dude. Like, I was pro Bayley the whole entire night, dude. I was pro Bayley this whole entire match. Seeing her go through and take out Nikki Cross was pretty sweet. Again, I kind of thought if there was gonna be a title change tonight, it would have been Alexa Bliss defeating Bayley. But I'm really happy to see that Bayley is keeping the SmackDown Women's Championship, for the time being. Our next match was Roman Reigns taking on Drew McIntyre. This match went 17 minutes and 20 seconds. We saw the involvement from Shane McMahon. Oh, damn, dude. At first, like, it kind of seemed like, there was the boo birds were out for Roman Reigns, but by the end of the night, dude, that crowd was completely behind Roman Reigns and definitely gave him all the love that he deserves. I was pro Reigns the whole time, dude. As soon as he came out, dude, no, man, he got my cheers tonight, dude. I wanted to cheer Roman Reigns, and it was amazing seeing him in fucking person, dude. It was so fucking cool. And Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon coming out, dude. Like, that was like one of the funnest things about tonight was seeing the entrances in person, dude. It's just so much fun. Shane McMahon doing the coast to coast in person. Albeit the last time I saw a WWE pay-per-view, it was in 2009, No Way Out, and it was Shane McMahon versus Randy Orton, and I'm pretty sure I saw him do it then too. But it's dude, seeing these guys do these moves in person, dude, it's just like, if I would have been closer, it would have been that much better. But like, just from the distance I was, dude, you got a good view of it. And I thought this was a really good match. I don't think it was necessarily the best. I don't know. Like, it was definitely one of the longer matches of the night. I don't know, like, how really, I know it kind of seemed like it may have dragged a little bit here and there. But I think it was better. It was way better than their WrestleMania match, and it's probably on par with whatever Raw matches that they've had since. So, again, I don't think it was necessarily definitely the crowd was hot for it. I will say the crowd was definitely hot for this, but again, I kind of do think some of it dragged out a little bit. And you had your shenanigans from Shane McMahon, but Roman Reigns gets the win. I guess tomorrow night we're seeing when Raw comes live from Everett, Washington. I guess Roman Reigns is going to be fighting Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon in a handicap match, so we'll see what happens there. Probably what was like the dud of the night was Kofi Kingston taking on defending his WWE Championship against Dolph Ziggler. The ending was cool. How Kofi Kingston dived through the ropes like that. I thought that was really fucking cool. But like the match, what it was. I mean, it was a shitty steel cage match. I mean, steel cage matches aren't that fucking great. Nobody got on the top of the cage and jumped off. There's no high spots off that, which again doesn't really need to be or anything like that. I'm not saying that there had to have been that, but I mean, I don't know. Like it just wasn't that exciting of a match, and the match went 20 minutes. It was the longest match of the night. And so, just with that being said, like, it just wasn't that exciting. It just was not that exciting. I'm glad Kofi Kingston won, which, again, I don't think anybody thought Dolph Ziggler even had a fucking chance tonight. Hopefully he moves on. I don't know who he's going to be facing after tonight, but hopefully in Portland on SmackDown on Tuesday, we'll get a little bit more of an idea moving forward to seeing who Kofi Kingston will be facing at Extreme Rules. Oh man, I'm yawning, coughing, or clearing my throat, I should say. Yeah, nonetheless, I don't know. Okay, so the main event of the night was Seth Rollins defending the WWE Universal Championship match against Baron Corbin. Oh man, what a shit show this was, dude. I hope this. Now we know what we're getting. Now we're getting that that fucking mixed tag match next at Extreme Rules probably. Fucking Baron Corbin, this feud's gonna fucking continue. So we saw Baron Corbin announce that Lacey Evans was the special guest referee, which as soon as they announced it, it's like, okay, we all know what's gonna happen here, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's just like nobody gives a shit about Baron Corbin. That was evident tonight, dude, is that crowd. That whole entire first part of the match with Baron Corbin's just beating down on Seth Rollins, dude. That crowd was just restless as fuck, chanting boring, NXT, no way, Jose. A pretty good CM Punk chant got going, which I booed some motherfuckers earlier in the night that were trying to start a CM Punk chant, dude. Because like before, during the pre-show, there were some guys sitting kind of like below, not necessarily like, in our section, but like kind of below us in the 100s. And they were like, I heard AEWs and like fucking CM Punks and all this shit. And just like, no, fucking boo, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, give him a fucking chance. Like, Baron Corbin deserved those chants. I'm pretty sure there may have even been an AEW chant. I couldn't really tell at certain points. Really quick, going back to the Daniel Bryan, the two, fuck, dude. They, drive a Prius, fucking we recycle. That shit was awesome, dude. But yeah, everybody shit shit all over Baron Corbin, dude. Seth Rollins kind of got his spots in. I think the crowd definitely, enjoyed Seth Rollins and whatnot. I think everybody enjoys Seth Rollins as your champion, but nobody gives a shit about Baron Corbin. Lacey Evans played the total, bitch fucking heel, which was funny because Jessica at the beginning of the night, she's like, oh, I like Lacey Evans. I like Lacey Evans. And by the end of the night, she's like, fuck her, dude. Like we were chanting, take her out. Like after, like when they had the stare down, it's just like, fucking come on, Seth, fucking smack her, dude. She fucked you over. So ultimately, Becky Lynch gets involved, takes out Lacey Evans. We get the ref from Super Showdown comes in, counts to 3. On Seth Rollins defeats Baron Corbin, and bada bing, bada boom. That's your event, dude. We go off air with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, the super couple, taking this off air, dude. Which I gotta say, dude, as soon as they were done, boom, you just see everybody, they tear that shit down so fucking quick, dude. Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Renee Young, all of them were fucking out of there so fucking fast, dude. So all in all, dude, I thought it was a pretty fun show. Again, for being the first live pay-per-view that I've been to in over 10 years. I definitely want to try to get to them when they come through here, dude, because there was it's not to say they come through a lot, dude. This is the first one we've had since 2011 here in Washington State. And, I know we all weren't that hyped going into it, but, again, like, at least from a live perspective, and again, not being able to go to many of these types of shows, I thought it was a real fun experience. I think my kids had a really fun experience. I think kind of by the end of it, they're a little bit bored, but, but nonetheless, like, it was still fucking cool being able to go out and see all that shit in person. Again, Daniel Bryan is fucking over as shit in Washington State. Totally the segment of the night, dude. Ricochet and Drew Gulak, title changes in Tacoma, fucking badass, dude. A little disappointed we didn't get to see R-Truth, albeit, it's not like they could have done anything more than what they have in the last couple days with him winning the 24/7 championship back from Drake Maverick at his wedding. I mean, so you can't really top that. So, what are you going to do tonight? All in all, dude, outside of Baron Corbin being in the fucking main event of the show I went to, it was a fucking fun show, dude. It was a really fun show, and we got back, we got back in a really quick amount of time, dude. We got back here by 11, the show got out by like 8, which we stopped and got food and shit, so we, wasted a half an hour there. So, yeah, we got back within a 3-hour time frame and shit. And, getting out of the Tacoma Dome really wasn't that bad, dude. We kind of had to wait a little bit, but I thought about, again, kind of addressing, I don't know what I said on Friday. Like, I thought I was going to bring my computer and my mic and we were just recording the parking lot, but I decided not to last minute. I was just like, fuck it, I'll just leave everything. I'll just record something really quick when I get home. We'll throw it up online and shit so people can check that shit out. But, dude, again, like, it was really fun being able to see it. I would go to the house show that they had scheduled for tomorrow in Tri-Cities at the Kennewick at the Toyota Center. Like, I thought about, it'd be cool, I'll hit the house show tomorrow. It's supposed to be a SmackDown house show, which we all know they're canceling those left and right. That thing got canceled like over a month ago, I think. So no house show for me tomorrow night, I got podcasts to go to. I got to record podcasts tomorrow and I got to do other shit. So got to get back to the gym, baby. So I don't know. That was Stomping Ground. That was my live post show for Stomping Ground, dude. So definitely thank you guys for checking in. This week we have new episodes of the podcast that no one listens to. Jaime Garcia is coming back on the show, dude. Jaime Garcia is back on the podcast that no one listens to this coming Thursday. And then we have an all-new episode of the Totally Necessary Wrestling Podcast come this Friday to cover the week that was professional wrestling. All right, guys. With that being said, I am a very tired Kevin Porter. And until Thursday, we will see you next time. Peace.